Hello and welcome. My name is Gwen Dittmar. I'm a coach, a healer, and a breathwork guide. I love bringing breathwork into the work that I do with individuals. Number one, it is a very profound, it's effective, and it's efficient. So what I mean by that is that you're going to be working your breath in a particular fashion that comes from a teacher by the name of David Elliott, such that you bypass the mind and then you start to drop into your body. You're going to start to really connect with your heart, really connect with your gut and your center, and then you're going to allow that energy to start to move through you. The next thing that I love is that it is very profound. So you may feel some emotions, you may have insights about things. Just stay open to whatever's coming forward. And then number three is that it is effective. So this breath work, even in this video, we're going to be just breathing about 7 minutes, but you're going to be able to really drop in to a different state and a different connection with yourself and with the energy around you. So before I like to start with the breath work, I do like to honor it as something sacred, and I like to create a safe container. So the way that I do that is that I bring in the elements. So I love to bring in the element of wind and of air, and oftentimes that just happens by burning something and then being able to watch the smoke and that be the energy of the air, just kind of like that. And then bringing in the energy of fire. So I just lit that. So that was the energy of fire, connecting to that energy that burns and churns and that desire, that intentionality. And then also calling in the energy of water. So oftentimes I'll have a glass of water with me so that I can drink it after I do the breath work. Other times I will have my shell here that I can burn things in, and that symbolizes the energy of water. And then last is to call in the energy of Mother Earth, which comes through either the sage or the Palo Santo or any of the tea leaves or flower petals that you bring in to burn prior to. And then the ethos and the universe above. So just calling in that energy of the mystic, of the magic, of the divine, of that which is so much greater and bigger than us. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you're able to lay down flat. It's ideal if your head can be flat with nothing underneath of your neck. The reason why is you want to make sure that your throat is totally open so that anything that needs to come up and out of the body has that space to come up and out, versus if you're in a pillow, you might be like this. And then you're going to want to make sure that you're uninterrupted and that you can be alone, ideally. And this, again, like I said, is just going to be about 7 minutes. So it'll be something that you can do as an introduction to breath work if you've never done it before, or you can also do this as a daily practice if you have done some breath work and you're interested in starting to lean into how to do that with yourself on a daily basis. So go ahead and lay down, get into a comfortable position, and then all of the breath is going to happen through the mouth. So it's going to be a little bit different than some nostril breathing, maybe yoga breathing or Kundalini breathing that you might be used to. Everything, again, is going to be all through the mouth. You're going to take a nice deep belly breath as you expand your belly, and you're going to inhale. Then you're going to take another inhale into your chest and expand your heart in your chest, and then you're going to exhale. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Okay, and when you feel ready, you can go ahead and close your eyes and expand your belly. Take a nice deep belly breath, expand your chest and take a nice deep chest breath, and then exhale. Again, just keeping your eyes closed, continuing to do that breath. Just keep breathing that same way. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. And as you're continuing to breathe, you might start to notice yourself feeling a little bit buzzy in your head. You might start to notice yourself feeling, some people feel like it feels dizzy or a little bit of lightheadedness. And if you're starting to feel that, just allow that to be okay. Trust that it's okay. You're actually going to be able to bypass some of that sensation the more that you breathe. But what most people feel like is if they continue to breathe that way, they're going to pass out or they're going to lose control. And so what I would tell you is that a part of you is going to let go of control, but it's really that part of you that has been deeply desiring to be able to let go of control, to stop thinking, to stop figuring stuff out, to stop taking action, to really just get a break. So continue to breathe. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Belly, chest, exhale. Great. And as you're continuing to breathe, sometimes people start to feel a little bit of tingling or they start to feel a little bit of sensation in the body. That's wonderful too. If you start to feel that, just let that be okay. But if you're not feeling that, know that that's also okay. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. Just allowing yourself to continue dropping into that breath. And if you start to feel a little scared, let that be okay too. Just let that sensation come up. Allow yourself to just breathe through that. And if some of you are still feeling like you're in your head, you're still talking to yourself, you're still thinking about things, let that be okay too. Really remove any of the expectation, remove any of the pressure that this has to look or be a certain way. And the more that you just keep breathing through any of those expectations or pressures, the more that you'll be able to drop into the breath and you'll allow the breath to do its medicine and do its work with you and your body and your energy. Just keep breathing in. And sometimes for certain people, their mouth gets a little dry, their throat gets a little dry. So if that starts to happen for you, allow yourself to just swallow some saliva, lick your lips, come right back to the breath. And if you're feeling a little skeptical or you're feeling a little uncertain or there's some resistance coming up, just allow that to also be okay. What's really happening is your mind is realizing that you're starting to let go of some of control. You're going to keep letting go of control if you keep breathing this way. So just allow yourself to continue to breathe this way. Just know that if that mind is moving right now, it's really because the mind wants to keep control. And so the way to move out of that is to just keep breathing and dropping into the breath. If you're noticing any sensations or any energies or any thoughts, just breathe into them. Great. And just keep breathing. You really might start to feel some of that lightheadedness start to dissipate, or starts to move in another way. It starts to shift and change. If that's happening, just allow that to be okay. Just remember that this is your breath and this is your body. It's safe to be in your body. It's safe to breathe. It's safe to let go of control. This is going to be just a short period of time, a finite amount of time. You're going to have just about 1 more minute before you're going to stop breathing, and then you're going to have about a minute to relax and rest. So just allow yourself to continue breathing. Good. Belly, chest, exhale. And then if you feel like you want to call in any energy, if you want to call in an intention, if you want to call in a quality that you're really wanting to embody more in your life, if there's a question that you have, you can start to just bring that into your consciousness. And if you're not really conscious, that's okay too. If you're not really hearing what I'm saying, that's okay too. That actually means you're probably dropping into the breath. If you're starting to fade out and maybe doze off a little bit, that's okay. That could just mean that your body is tired. It also could mean that there's a little bit of resistance, so it's putting you to sleep. So if you're noticing any of that energy, allow yourself to just keep breathing, coming back to that belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale, belly, chest, exhale. And you have just about 10 more seconds. You're almost there. Beautiful. Great. And then just bring yourself back to your regular breath, back to your natural in and out. Possibly nostril. If you feel like you want to do all mouth breathing, you can do that, but you could just really ideally bring yourself back to the nostril breathing that you do normally do throughout the day. Great. And then I always encourage after the breathwork practice as a way to really bring it to completion and to tell the body that it's safe, that you're starting to come back into your form, you're starting to come back into the room, is just to imagine that you have roots that come out of your feet and that those roots go down through the ground, through the layers of grass, all the layers of the earth, allowing those roots to come all the way into the core of the earth and allowing that earth energy to come back up into those cords, spiraling back up and allowing that energy to come back into your feet. And just starting to nourish and ground your legs, your feet, your ankles, all the way up into the center of your body, just grounding everything, your back and your sacrum, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and allowing that grounding energy to come up through the top of your back, through your neck and your throat, all the way through your face, and then out through the top of your head. And then as you allow that light and that grounding energy to come out through the top of your head, just allow that to move up into the universe, allow that to move up into the galaxies and start to collect all that divine wisdom from the universe. And then just bring all that information back down into that column of light, back in through the atmospheric layer, back in through the clouds and the trees, into the roof where you are, back into the top of your head, and just allowing all of that wisdom and that divine knowing from the universe to just wash over the body, be absorbed by the skin and the body, into the organs, back all the way down to the feet, so that your breath becomes one of inhaling that nourishment up from Mother Earth and then exhaling that wisdom back down from the universe. Coming back into your body, feeling your hands and your feet, wiggling your fingers and your toes, gently opening your eyelids, and then just connecting into your body, moving your limbs around. And that can be your daily breathwork practice. So thank you so much for sharing this practice, for really honoring it as something safe and sacred and a safe container. And I'm just sending you lots of blessings and light. And if there's any way that I can support you, please feel free to reach out. My website is www.gwendittmar, GwenDittmar.com, or you can find me on Instagram @GwenCoach or on Facebook, Coach Gwen. Peace.